Right guys, thank you for joining me today. We are playing Nightswarm, newly released demo and upcoming release from Fubu Games. Now if you don't know Fubu Games, they are the company responsible for Rogue Loots, which has just had its 1.3 Rat King update. Now that game is something I play at least once or twice a week, and we are now leading on to their latest game, which is Nightswarm. So I want to thank these guys over at Fubu Games for working with us, and I hope you enjoyed the video guys. I hope I can bring to your attention a brand new game that is going to be pretty awesome. It's a vampire themed rogue-like survival. Okay, so we've got single player, Steam achievements, cloud saving, family sharing, and controller support. So predominantly a single player game. Okay, if I move the mouse around, you actually get animated background there, which is awesome. It gives you your profile name at the top. Of course, you can go wishlist it and follow it. I do suggest you all do so. Links in the description down below take straight through to Steam, so you can wishlist the game and wait for the release. Now, two things you will notice straight away is the sound and visuals, like Rogue Loops, are on point. I won't make that reference too much, but this game does have very much the same aesthetic as that game.
Without guidance, he will rise. Go find him. It is time we end this drift.
And the bat just exploded into 50 different bats. Rise from your grave. Oh, V-Rising vibes, boys. Nice. Okay, and then you're into gameplay. So I'm going to be switching to the Xbox One trusty blood red controller for this one. So as you can see, it is based upon like chess pieces, and the whole game's laid out in like a strategic way, but with a rogue-like play style. So it is kind of new to us. Wow, that's something different, right? You don't want the same roguelites coming out over and over again. Like 2024 had like 6 different roguelites, and I kind of didn't know which one was the best because they all were kind of the same, right? Rogue Loops came at the middle to end of the year, and it really stood out. I do like the dark aesthetic with all of the red tone. I think it's very vampire-esque, and as soon as I saw it, it just triggered V-Rising in my brain. But I'm someone who plays a lot of V-Rising, so it might not have the same effect to everyone. I guess Castlevania, you get the Castlevania vibe from it, the colour palette.
Master Hellstorm. The others may still waver.
Voice acting is on point already, isn't it? We've had 3 people talk, and all of them have been really pleasing. What's his name? Vane Hellsong. I love the play on that as well. The presentation so far is just fire. Okay, so you've got normal, nightmare, and hell. 7 different endless forests that we can access. Now, this is just a demo. You can go ahead and download it yourself today. You know, don't take my word for it. Check it out yourself. So we've got the Nosferatu Swarm, which is the bat. Sanguine Pool, I hope I pronounced that right, which creates a pool of blood around the character.
That sounds cool.
And then you've got skull missiles. Skull missiles, bros. So you can have up to 2 buffs attached at any one time, and you can see now I'm firing skulls. Now, a roguelite, if you're not really sure what a roguelite is, it's basically this. It's horde mode, and you're trying to kill everything on the screen and get to the either boss or the end game so that you can then progress to the next forest, map, board. And that's basically how a roguelite works. You're just running around gathering enough crystals, hearts, gubbins to get yourself powered up. And this one definitely does feel like that. And although the visuals are kind of new and a bit strange because you are looking at little chess pieces moving around, the actual game plays solid. I'm playing with one finger right now so I can present, but it is very much a game where you have full attention span, deal with different enemies in different ways with different abilities as you go. Certain abilities are more effective against certain enemies, that goes without saying, but you do also have to look out for their attack pattern, how quick they move. Like this spider, you can see he was blatantly going to hit me because of his speed boost, whereas the little rats don't really have much of a chance to get near me, and I can actually dodge them quite closely, whereas when it comes to spiders, you want to really dispatch them quick. Now I'm going to go swift on the speed there, as cool as the other ones are, because I am just not moving fast enough to stay away from them spiders, trying to use my strats, right?
A+ gamer brain.
And the spiders can't get too close too quick. Try and grab the bigger loot. So what I'm doing at the moment is sort of following the map down in the bottom right, opening it up as I go, looking for points of interest, things to grab. Now if you stay in an area long enough, you will open that chest or buff. That decision killed me, and then it gives you your overall stats. And then you rinse and repeat. So what happens now is you return back to your base, and you'll be able to upgrade as you go, and you'll probably unlock other tiers as you progress. This is where these games shine. Repetitive gameplay is overshadowed by the aesthetic and the amount of people you're going to meet and deal with that are going to provide all of these cool ass buffs and power boosters. Hey, we got a little quick dodge. I can't wait to get my hands on a full release.
Welcome back.
Okay, so from here we can buy a companion of the Lord, Shanuz. He looks suave. I like him. Okay, back in. Like I say, the demo is very generous so far. Getting to see a lot of the mechanics. Summon the companion. Straight away I got a second. I've got the boomerang. That goes for Miley, just well good. Okay, the boomerang for the win, and the missile skulls are awesome. So maybe picking the speed boost last game was a bad move for my first game out, because we just didn't have firepower abilities then. A nice chunk out of me there. So we've got the increased damage. Definitely. Now my boomerang does more rang. Hey, did I set this waypoint far away from where you start? Talk about punish. Well, I can't hang about for too long. Okay, this looks awesome. Like some sort of blood well. And this is how we're going to summon someone. Ah, you have to feed it. Oh, that's well cool. Oh. Okay, I fucks with it. It's well good. Okay, I've not done this yet. Let's go with the... Let's go with Suave. I said he was Suave, but stay with it. Suave. And he comes with chicken, which I think is like a health bonus. Finger licking chicken man. Let's go. So he just wanders around with us. He's got a proper Wonderlord as well. He does have a health bar that I see, so there is a chance that he might not last as long. So his health up here somewhere. I love the fact that this guy's faster than me, and he's about 20 years older than me. Although I am a vampire, so I could be centuries older than him. I feel way more powerful than I did in the first game, and that is the point in a roguelike, is to make you feel OP the better you progress. Yes, there you go, full health. Big gains. Oh, so much gains. More attack power. Give me more powers. Got myself a hat. Master Hellsong's hat. Return it to him from... Yeah, okay. So there's items for the NPCs in the game that you'll find as you play. Okay, this isn't going to take Rogue Luke's place because they're two separate beasts. But it is a beast in itself. I'm really enjoying this. There's a fire rat. So we can give that to him. Oh, so good. You don't even have to sacrifice yours if you don't want to. What the hell? Well quick. Stage complete. Okay, it's the first time I've ever finished a stage. We did really well there.
That was awesome.
If you get all this in a demo, that's mad. So we can go left and right, and the difference is a laid back stop along the journey, nothing too intense, just enough action and loot to keep things interesting. Or we can go to the right, which is rich veins of forgotten wealth run beneath the land, coin mines are abundant. So you're basically going for loot if you go that way, or a chilled experience if you go this way. It does look like there's a boss involved, one with horns. I'm gonna go left. Let's see how chilled a chilled experience in this game could possibly be. I like the fact we're keeping all of the buffs we've unlocked so far as well. So when you find your favourite, you're just going to be able to pick it up and play and enjoy it from where you left off. So now we've got like some sort of fiery rats that run out of us as well on a time sort of thing. But they run in a really weird direction. They're not actually running in the specific direction we want them to. They just go anywhere they feel like. Oh, it's a big one. Trust them for a big one. Go for the chest. Not the best move I've ever made, but there's a health pool there. Oh, that was filth. What in the world of mini bosses is this? He's completely ganked my partner. Oh, it's getting crowded. It's getting crowded. Now, my third run, I definitely need to utilise my dash move more. Ah, damn, stage 2. Okay, back in. So we're going to deliver the hat and see what that achieves. I'm going to deliver my man's hat.
You faced the pack that broke me, and lived. That hat has seen more blood than I care to remember, and yet here it is.
Okay, that's a good twist. So as you progress through the stages and pick up these iconic items, the NPCs actually have voice-acted responses to your progress. So if you only get to stage 5, you're never going to hear those story opening lines that are leading between 5 and 10.
Very well,
So that
ruler.
pushes you to then progress
Focus.
further. And again, I think they're doing everything right so far when it comes to the actual gameplay of this. So we can do 20% on cooldowns and increased overall damage 15%. Now these are permanent buffs, so these are like player progression buffs. Again, you add that to the 10s and 20s buffs you're picking up during the game.
Igor, I need your help more than ever.
My alchemy book is gone. Without it, I can barely remember my own formula, let alone anything useful. You need to bring it back.
Okay, my man Igor wants a book. I will get him a book. Through the portal, Forest 1. So there's 7 massive welds, not stages. Is that 10 stages per weld? So 70 stages overall, and you're going to have to level up in between, which makes this game's longevity for the $15 price tag on release a lot of game for your buck. Okay, I'm going to utilise the boost the entire game and see if we can do any better. If we can actually get past stage 2. Okay, does this just stay on? I'm just doing... Okay, I'm just doing epic damage. Why have I not discovered this? It just stays on. Bro, cheat code. The rats in the kitchen can do nothing against me because I got the pool of purifying. Look at him. I just stand still and win. Even the spiders take heavy damage. Look, you team that up with some flaming skulls and some boomerang action. That's almost filled. We're going to get our buff early. Oh, what we got? What did I say we were going to do? We're going to go with the gargoyle thing. Now, if you do hit the select button, you can actually see a bigger version of the map. You can actually explore the points of interest, and they do show you your main things that you're going to be interested in. We're taking no damage because this Ring of Empowerment is just so cool. There's no cooldown on it, and it just stays on the whole time, which is awesome. And you know what would even be better? If you could upgrade it to feed you HP. That would be awesome. It would be the most overpowered thing in any game ever. The Bat Swarm, I think they were pretty good. We had those before. They do close range damage, not very far range damage. They're not like the boomerang or anything. Increase player collect range by 2, so we can collect from further away. What a great buff that is. I'll have a piece of that action. So basically just on the dotted line now around us is the collect line. Anything that touches that dotted line we get. And again, you can see why they're using the sort of chess piece or Dungeons and Dragons aesthetic to it, because it does have that sort of feel to it that you're strategically planning out your roguelite. And a lot of the roguelites are more like run and hide, you know, shoot backwards as you're running away from the enemy and just rinse and repeat over and over again. This one obviously is built with that on the base, but it's got so much cool shit on top that you don't really realize that you're playing the traditional roguelite. It feels a little bit more like an RPG or a very fast-paced turn-based game without the pause in between. But my decisions do matter in this game, and it's not just generically, I wouldn't say broken. Not all roguelites are broken, but they do feel samey, boring, tedious. Mission 1 done, and I think the star of the show was the sanguine pool of blood. So again, we have 2 ways to go. Again, it says laid back, but we got defeated last time. So I think we go with the queens. Now, of course, it will run on a potato. The loading times are really awesome with this game. It's just one you can jump into, have a bunch of fun with for an hour or so, and jump back out, go about your day. Can't stress this enough, how many games rely on a bunch of slow starting mechanics like shader catches, you know, in-game updates after the game has already updated. There's a bunch of games out there now that take so long to get into a game that it puts you off wanting to even try and boot the game, and usually those types of games are about 100 gig install as well. This game run you about 8 to 16 gig install and will run smooth as butter on any system you put it on. I would imagine it's going to be compatible with Linux when it comes out, fingers crossed, because that is a major thing nowadays. A lot of people are jumping ship and testing out Linux, and I think that is, in my opinion, the future of gaming. No, I'm going with the pool, I've already got it, but I'm going with it even more. So now it's actually increased in size. That thing's running away. Yeah, we got it. It was in the bush, but we got it. The dash move will actually go through enemies, and if they're dropping like a grenade at you or some sort of explosive, as long as you dash, you won't get hit by that either. Again, the sound effects are the star of the show for me. The music, kind of samey. It seems like they've only got 1 or 2 tracks playing. Okay, see how I'm getting crowded in? I'm feeling like boxed in, so I'm just going to zip to the middle and then try and find a way out. There you go, we're out. So all of those enemies are still stuck behind us, but we ain't getting no damage from them. We've got 1 minute 26 left on this one, and it looks like we're going to survive this one, so I'll probably go for that gold loot every time. There you go, boom, boom, boom. Making mess all over the place. That was cool, more of that. I want to see more of that craziness. Okay, we need help badly, like so bad. I'm not seeing any though. As long as I can last 5 seconds. Yes, there we go. I'll go get all the stuff I couldn't get before.
Big diamond gains.
I've got a little health back there. I've got a little piece of health back. So I am running the Blood Spear, the Pool of Bad Boy, and the Nosferatu Swarm. Now, the thing I would probably replace is a Swarm. I don't feel like that's doing a lot at 2.1k as well. So if you miss one or take the left path, you can always replay this and go the opposite way. So make sure you get everything on your travels, which again makes replaying 70 stages now 140 times, which is insane numbers for a game that rocks $15 price tag. And like I said, Fubu Games always deliver top quality at a low price. And I would always recommend Rogue Loops as well. Rogue Loops is a great game. Unfortunately, we start off with the same health. It would be nice to like sacrifice something to get health back in between going into one of those map stages. I feel like that might help us feel a bit more comfortable in the early game. And then maybe in the later game, you can either dull it down or even take it away. But if you could like spend something, maybe some of my gold that I've earned, into getting health back. I didn't see an option for it. I will check it out after this. Doubt we're going to survive because I've got the one hit and I can't find any health at the moment. I'm going for the greenery. I had to end the dash early to grab it. It didn't give me much health, to be honest. I thought I was going to do better than that. Feeling like we could be heading towards the dead end. I'm going to come back. I don't even know what I picked out. I was going for a dash move. Okay, again, switch A for selecting which buff you need. Switch that for X and then that wouldn't have happened. Controller support is on point though. Like, I haven't found any issues, no bugs or glitches with the game so far. It is a fully working active demo right now. I can't imagine the full release having any either, because if you can get your demo on point, other than some balancing issues, I don't think the company themselves are going to have any problems releasing an unbroken, you know, perfectly ready model for people to jump in and play and have fun with, which can't be said for some AAA developers. Ooh, we've got a purple shrine. Gimme, 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 gimme. Ooh, buddies. Now remember as well, it does say at the top, pre-alpha. So this is the early build before we're ready. And I feel like we're almost ready. Yes, I just gathered everything on the stage. Oh, you do feel OP. And I still didn't get full health bar. They really need to adjust that. Be a bit more generous, boys. That's stage 3. I'm flying through this right now. Yeah, so on this main screen, there should be over on the right-hand side a full bar that allows me to spend my currency that I've earned. You know, because obviously it's then a trade-off whether I'm taking it back to base or not. But I'd love to spend some of them gold maybe. I don't know, 50 gold for half a life bar, you know? And then I would feel a lot more comfortable about going forward. I really worry about the health regain at the moment, which is good because it gives you that sort of Dark Souls feeling that I've got to be careful about my moves I make and what I'm doing. But at the same time, it does feel really punishing for an early player jumping in. But, you know, get good, right? That's what people would say. Get good. Again, the map is fully closed off with no icons to help us on this one. Looking for those green. I'm not even bothered about the buffs right now. Yes, the buffs help, but full health bar first would be good. Even here, even if there was a way to find a shop or maybe pause the game and get health and be able to buy items, you know, switch items out. So like you've got a whole sort of marketplace going on. That would be cool. And I don't know if this game unlocks that later on. It's just a demo. And whether they would even show us that, I do not know at this early stage. My blood spikes I throw out not only look awesome, are doing hella damage right now. There you go. We've got a health shrine. Let's see if it gives me full health. Come on now. Don't be stingy. Barely anything. Like, what is going on with the health regains in this game? Red main is summoned. That can't be good. Keep your distance. Make sure you clear a path. There you go. Going for his dash move. My partner's on a 12-second cooldown, which isn't great. Okay, I've got a quest book for Igor. Awesome sauce. Okay, luckily this had enough health laying around to get us back where we was, so we're actually taking no health damage up to this stage. And I do feel like most of my first impression has been me looking at the screen because I have to pay so much attention. And I'm even doing it now. I can feel myself doing it. It's actually quite hard to take your eyes off when you're that engaged in a game. And I am fully locked into this game. It's properly entertaining. Again, it's not breaking the mold too much and it's not taking things to a next level. But it is giving you enough new stuff on top of the old tried and trusted. Again, for $15 freaking, and the demo's available. Try it for yourself right now. It's definitely worth it, and they've smacked it out of the park again. I just think Fubu Games are doing some of the best work out here for a development company with small teams. They are top tier for that.
Then let's get to work.
Yes, get to
What
work.
can I do for you?
Ah, what's this now? So Trials of the Ancient, and these now level up periodically to what we do. So 3 out of 30 chests open, that will then level that up, and then the overall experience gains at the top. So 71% of beasts have been vanquished, which I assume we just did in that one long run. So I just want to jump into more action, to be honest. So I purchased the cooldown 20%, the overall damage at 15%, and I've also purchased 5% chance of freezing the enemy on a hit. Let's see how far we get. So the furthest match we've got to now is 4. So I definitely want my pool of empowerment. That is not what it's called, but it should be, because it is one of the best moves. And you can see how much damage I'm going to take without it. We need to basically stand here and just get as much blood fed into this as possible, which is one of the coolest mechanics in this, let's say, board or map. I can only kill one thing at a time, which is very dangerous for my health gains. Here we go. So now we can have skull missiles, which we know are seriously good. There you go, a lot more blood being fed. Boom, there it is. I'm going to go to all of the icons within the minute and try and clear them all out as quick as possible and gain as much, because, you know, round 2 is where the difficulty spikes. And now we know what the gems do as well. It kind of makes it a little bit more like important depending on what you want to do. So what color gems you actually want to gather and why, like what you're trying to progress in. Okay, so straight up from here, and it's a nice pace the first game. It's not too quick. When I first started the first 2 matches, they seemed a little bit overwhelming. Now I can see that it's very much slowed down compared to some of the other stages. There we go, Ring of Empowerment, bosh. There we go, so that's the end of stage 1. Now I do keep the 20 gold and the 35 purple on that as well. Nice. So I really thought I wasn't going to like the fact that they are sort of puzzle pieces that you're moving around as opposed to animated 3D objects like rogue loops. But I don't. I feel like it just works like this. It actually gives the game a little bit of charm and character, because they explode in a way that they were, you know, made of flesh and blood. And it's just the fact that you waddle along is kind of comedic when you first see it, but after a little while you kind of just take that as the norm, you know. I think the game's probably going to have a nice sense of humour later too. I don't think this one takes itself too serious. What's this one? Dagger of the Damned. Yeah, let's go with it. We haven't used it yet. Let's see what it does. So it's these purple daggers you're seeing, although they were blue in the picture. I still get my red daggers as well, so I'm actually firing things off in all directions, which could actually be an underrated buff, because when it hits them, it splits into another 4, which is already OP. Although it doesn't do much damage, it's going to hit about 4 or 5 of them at once in a crowd, at least. Okay, I've only got 45 seconds, and I wish I had longer. There's so much we still haven't grabbed off of this map. Oh, did you see? I got them just before the timer ran out. That felt good. So this green one is actually on top of enemies now instead of having its own thing. So we can jump into that. Ah, so this one has one of these available in there as a reward. So slightly more high price gains if you go into one of these green ones. I love the fact that my man's got scythe that just chops through things on the screen. Now again, I'm keeping an eye on them question marks up there. I'm assuming they're boss spawners. And for a demo, it's absolutely banging. Like, it's probably one of the best demos. I mean, this year, 100% best demo we've played. So far, that is. So far. We've got a bunch lined up, so. But for now, hands down, best demo. Oh, okay. We just got encased by some sort of dirty move. That's the boss there. He thinks he's locked us in with him.
And we locked you in with us.
There we go, big gains. My man gets released in 8 seconds. So basically when he's defeated, he just pauses for around 25 seconds. He's a little bit defenseless for a while, but he comes back to full health. Wish I could come back to full health. Okay, we've got a new one. What's this tree all about? Kind of looks like the Timberland boot symbol for a little while there. Oh, there we go. Increase my pull. Hell yeah. Now we're on level 2, pool of empowerments. Boss bloke is just taking heavy hits from my projectiles anyway. There it is. I've heard this tune the entire live stream pretty much. There's 1 or 2 tunes in this game and it hasn't got annoying, believe it or not. I'm actually still okay with it. Actually singing along to it, I caught myself doing a couple games prior. Sing along to tune I do. And they cannot kill me for love nor money right now. I'm too OP with the stuff I've got equipped. I don't think I can actually die at this point. I've got so many good things working together and I've got so many buffs that run off of each other. Like, I've got it sussed at this point because the enemies are no longer getting stronger, they just keep coming. So I'm just going to constantly keep leveling up. Okay, so I've highlighted pest control, but again, I can't claim that with the controller. I've got to actually use the mouse to click collect. And I can show you this being true because navigation is obviously left and it does this. And then I press A and it doesn't claim. So I have to claim with the mouse and then we'll go, okay, so 10 fidelity earned. I've got myself some fidelity, boys. That goes up in there. 50% of 100. I like the animation. And we'll upgrade the gargoyle, as cool as he is. He's not my favourite, but he's good enough. Unfortunately, there was no like bells and whistles, no bing bangs and pongs happening. It was just meh. You know, I didn't even know I'd done the first one. It had no sound effects active as yet. Right, so what do we think of Nightswarm? Personally, I think it's a win-win. I mean, they are responsible for Rogue Loops, which already gets me hyped for this game. From what I played today, I've had a blast. I would play this easily 4-hour live stream and have a great time going through all of it. And I think overall it's probably got about 20 hours of gameplay of excitement, which is good for $15. Like, not many games are going to keep you interested for that longevity of time for such a small buy-in price. And this company does really good work at a very low budget price for the consumer. And I think the work they do is of a AAA standard, and they just have to have your support and help to get these games some really good sales numbers at the beginning so that they can then get hyped for their next project. And Rogue Loops, in my opinion, was one of the best roguelike action games that came out. Now this I would class as a traditional roguelike, but let's put spin on it, let's put some cool gubbins on top of it, and let's make it vampire themed. And that's what they've done. So overall, not because I work with a company and not because I'm doing them a promo, but out of my own volition, I am going to fully support this game. I'm looking forward to release. I will be playing it in the future, and I will give it a solid 4 out of 5 today. Based on just what I'm playing, I know this game's solid. It's going to be awesome. It's got some great sound effects. The music could do with some more tracks being added, but the gameplay, I didn't really find it repetitive at all. I found it quite interesting and I found it quite exciting. Trust me, there was no bad to report really. It was a really solid experience, and I want to thank Fubu Games for sending the demo code out. You guys can go try the demo right now. Let me know what you think of the demo. Was there any differences in the demo to what you saw today? Do you think it's a game that will succeed? Are you for or against these types of games? Do you like roguelikes in general? And thank you for you guys for your time, your efforts and your viewership. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Look after yourselves, look after your ma, and I'll see you. Bye bye.